This is a message for the good girls, the good boys, the ones that know the rules and follow the rules and notice when other people don't follow the rules and try to be right and righteous and good and sweet, who suppress, pretend, disassociate, disconnect, numb, doubt, feel insecure, self-conscious. I'm talking about myself. Brene Brown in Rising Strong writes about permission slips and giving yourself permission to be or do or have or want. And in Revelation Breathwork, my friend Jason Amoroso encourages about 3/4 of the way through the class a primal scream. Now, listen, if you grew up in a household that was already violent, then you probably weren't screaming or making noise or getting loud or expressing negative emotion like me. But recently, since COVID for sure, and since my breathwork practice has gotten so deep and my yoga practice so steep and profound, I sure am emoting years of suppressed grief and anger and rage. I kid you not. I mean, you wouldn't look at me and think I was a rage machine, but it just can ignite, you know. We know those feelings that are like, that come up when we're in conversation with someone or listening to someone or not wanting to listen to someone, and the feelings in the body just start like clamping down, folding in, crunching, turning, getting really tight. After doing that for so many years, oh my goodness, it's time for a break. It's time for some relief. And you might not need permission if you were one of those free-flowing spirits who's been screaming all along. But if you're still listening, and if you have a tendency not to express what's true for you for whatever reason, and the reasons are valid, I see you and I hear you and I understand that. And right now, permission granted to make noise, to release these tensions and constrictions, these stuck places energetically that are in the soma from years of being unexpressed. So I'm going to show you what my scream looks like. I'm going to muffle it to be kind. And you can go on. And if that's like way too much, you can do this. Anything to release these tensions. Anything to give yourself some sense of whatever the name for that is. Because I know the tensions build. I've been talking to people that I love very much that have it in there. I can tell when I'm talking to them that it's built up. So I just did mine outside, right? Who knows if I disturbed anybody, but honestly, it's okay if I did, because I wanted to show you and I wanted to give you permission if you have never thought about it. It's not in all of our cultures to scream. And I don't know why. We can scream of joy and delight, and permission granted to scream if there's that tension or pain or sorrow present, that this is a tool. It's a tool. I'm using it in breathwork class, but you can use it anytime you need it. One of my favorite places to scream is the car, obviously, because it's private. And screaming into a pillow is great too. That's what I do during breathwork classes. I just cover my face and I just go for it and go for it. And if one scream isn't enough, I do 2, sometimes I do 3. Sometimes I'm screaming so much I get a little lightheaded and I have to settle it down. And afterwards, brother, sister, I tell you what, the spaciousness that it creates is what is wanted and needed and necessary. I mean, my goodness, there's this thing happening, right? There's this like struggle, and it's spirit wanting to get more into your system. Spirit is trying to come in and aid and support and guide you. But these human constructs and structures and tensions and pressures in the system are like pushing against spirit. So this is just an idea. That's not my idea. This is what's working for me, I should say. This is what's working for me to clear the system. I cry and I scream and I stomp and I dance, and it makes space for spirit to come in then and to give my system some grace and some harmony and some relief, some light, some air, so that I can move and be and create from a different tone. So that's my love note to you today from the mountain. Check this energy out. Yeah. So you make whatever noise you want to make. Let yourself be messy. Let yourself be you. I love you. Sending so much care from the mountain. Mwah. Till next time.